Annette, how are you? And welcome
Girl,
back.
I'm good. It's good to be back.
It is good to be back. How you doing tonight? Are you
Oh,
blessed,
very good. Very
refreshed,
good.
blessed, refreshed,
Yes.
and highly favored? All that good
Oh, yeah.
stuff.
Yes. Yes.
And hello to you too, movers. How you guys doing? We thank you so much for tuning in. You could have gone anywhere else, but you chose to come here. You chose to stop by here and have a conversation with your faithful co-host Annette L. Anderson and Anita Faye Wilson. And we listen, you are in the right place at the right time. And we're grateful to see you all tonight. We bless God for you. Listen, we don't take it for granted. We don't take it lightly. We are so excited each and every time we come on board. And I know we've been gone for a minute, just a week, from Can We Talk. We don't usually cancel this one. But listen, we are back. And what I want you to do right now, before we get into our threefold conversation with Can We Talk, brought to you by Movement Worldwide. We are a motivational organization here to educate minds, empower, nurture, and transform. We are a movement to move, helping others thrust into their purpose to live the best version of themselves and win. We've tapped into some winning information. We have some winners' resources. We're seated at the winners' table, and we invite you to sit right along with us, right, Annette?
All right now, Nita. That's right. Oh, she's popped and ready to go tonight. Yes. Yeah, we have room at the table. Hey, listen, while we were gone, we were still sitting chairs out. So listen, we got chairs for you. So that it's spread it just for you. So
Mm.
we're looking forward for us tonight to I'm looking forward actually for you guys to really participate. You don't have to sit, you don't even have to stay in that chair, Nita. You can get up and clap and move and give God the glory, whatever it takes. So thank you for sharing with us.
Y'all don't want me to get up because if I get up, I'm gonna mess around and knock this green screen behind me down.
No, no, it's good.
But I love how we use the old saints saying, we invite you to come where the table is spread and the feast of the Lord is what, Annette?
Going on.
Is going on. And trust me, it's going on right here. It's always on and popping. And you listen, you will not be bored when you come here on Wednesday
No.
nights. I can tell you that much.
Mm-mm.
We definitely have a whole lot for you. So we ask that you, before we get started with our conversation, we want to ask you to do a few things for us. That video you're watching, it's either Facebook or YouTube. We ask that you please take a moment and share this broadcast. Share it to your Facebook page, share it in your Facebook group, share it with your family, share it with your friends, share it with Lottie, Dottie, and everybody. Share it with everybody you know. Let them know, listen, the conversation is going down. You don't want to miss this conversation because Anita and Annette always get it raw and they get it real. So ask them to come on and join us for this conversation on tonight. The other thing that we ask that you do is that you please hit that like button, the thumbs up button, the share button, whichever. Hit that button and let us know. Listen, y'all are doing a great job. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. So hit the thumbs up button, hit the like button, hit the share button, and let's just go ahead. You can share it everywhere. You can share it. You can actually click that YouTube link. The YouTube link, you could copy it and you could share it in your Facebook. You can share it in your text message. You can also share it in your WhatsApp. You can email it to a bunch of people. You can do a whole lot of things. So we just ask that you kindly do that you subscribe, like, and share. You can also sow a seed. We are a nonprofit organization. Every seed that's sown into this ministry, we always pray that it returns to you 100-fold. So you can share a couple of ways. One is Cash App. Our Cash App is $Movement Worldwide. That's $Movement Worldwide. You can also Zelle us at info@movementworldwide.org. And you can opt to come into covenant with us by sowing a monthly seed and becoming a patron. And how do you become a patron? It never fails in that. Even though we've been gone for a couple of weeks, they still asking, how do I become a patron? What's a patron? Well, you become a patron by sowing a monthly seed, and you can do that by going to our website, movementworldwide.org. You go to our website, you click the red button. That red button will take you to patreon.com, where you can set your amount and you can set up your account and set your amount. We ask for $12 a month. That's 40 cents a day. $2.80 a week. That's it. 40 cents, a day, $2.80 a week. And listen, $12 a month. Listen, go ahead, sow a seed. We would love to take that seed and make some great things happen. We always got some things going on. We got a lot more things that we want to do. So we ask that you
Yeah.
please sow a seed, sow a seed, sow a seed. The other thing you can do is you can follow us everywhere that you see that globe that's above Annette's head over there. Oops, that one right there. Ooh, I'm looking at it. See where my eyes are? Right above her head. Boom. That globe right there, everywhere you see that globe. Follow us on all social media platforms, which is Movement Worldwide. That's Movement Worldwide on all platforms. Look for the globe. The other thing you can do is you can email us your thoughts, reviews, comments, praise reports, prayer requests, topic ideas, anything to info@movementworldwide.org. Now, without further ado, I'm going to go into our conversation. We have a threefold conversation, and y'all know we like to start off our threefold conversation. Hello, Elder Prophetess Sharon Elaine Green. Hello, Super Pretty Girl 808. I don't know who that is, but Super Pretty Girl 808, I love your name. Super Pretty Girl. Not just pretty girl in that. Super pretty girl. All right now. That's what I'm talking about. And all of the wonderful movers that are signed in, thank you all so much. And even those of you who just don't even like to say nothing. But we're going to go with our threefold conversation. We start off our threefold conversation with the idioms and phrases, those things that make you go, And that is what we call our transformational topic. So we're going to start off with our transformational topic. Our topic tonight is too much, too little, too late. If you describe a situation as too little and too late, you're blaming someone for not doing enough to prevent a problem and for taking action only after the problem had become very bad. Now, originally, this phrase, too much, too little, too late, is a song performed by the singers Johnny Mathis and Denise Williams in 1978. But lots of people, when we think about these words, too much, too little, too late, lots of people are haunted by the sense that they're not doing enough or not becoming what they were meant to be or not doing what they were put on earth to do. Has anybody other than me struggled in that area? Because I know I have struggled a lot in that area right there where I felt like, I just woke up one day and I'm like, there's got to be more to life than this. I'm supposed to be doing more than this. Why is it that I haven't accomplished this yet or that yet? And we get frustrated because we don't feel like we have adequately reached where we're supposed to. And they say, I sure have. I know I have. Who says me, 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 me? I know I have. I have been there down that road so many times that I can't even count. And it's heartbreaking. It's, it can cause you to just want to forfeit. You want to throw in the towel. You want to stop everything you do. And you're like, what's the use? Why am I even bothering?
Yeah.
Because, it doesn't seem like anything is shaping up and anything is becoming or doing what it's supposed to do. Constance, I feel you, honey. I have too. I have, and it's a very hard place to be. It's a very harsh harsh existence. So when we think about it, a lot of people are haunted by this, and for some, it'll take you into despair, into depression. And it starts to lurk over your lives, that disparity, like, oh my God, it's never going to happen. Nothing's never going to happen. And when you're faced with a crisis, a tragedy, or, like, for instance, in my work, sometimes I'm faced with a whole bunch of paperwork and I have all this stuff to do and all this setting up and everything, and it doesn't seem to pay off. And it's easy for us in that state and that to become paralyzed for lack of knowing where to begin or knowing where to go, knowing which way to turn. And of course, when we're looking at something that we've been called to do, it's difficult sometimes because we don't realize that, when we're called into a situation or when we're actually headed toward a destination, we know that it's a calling, that is something that we're supposed to do, is somewhere we're supposed to go. We get frustrated in that call and we don't know where to start. We get stuck. I think we had a webinar one time called Stuck on Start. It's like you're stuck right there and you don't know where to go. You're at the start line. Imagine a track runner. You're at the start line And it's like, okay, you got a business, you have a ministry, you have an idea, you're supposed to write a book, you're supposed to do something, and you don't know what to do. It's like you're at imagine at the start line and you're waiting for the gun to go off so that you can start running. That's what I'm talking about. It's like, I don't know where to go. I'm stuck right here. I'm stuck in this place. Oh gosh, I guess we're talking to you tonight. I'm stuck in this place and I don't know where to begin. And this is what I'm gonna do. I'm talking to you all tonight. You're paralyzed for not knowing where. And of course, we could begin anywhere because 90% of life is just showing up. If we would learn to just show up in that, we get a whole lot more done. But we're afraid to even do that. We won't even make it to the start line. And sometime in life, we step out too grand. I want to go into the too much, too little, too late. Sometimes in life, we step out way too grand and try to do too much and end up in failure. Sound familiar, Annette, with us?
Do it.
Oh my God. So you step out trying to go in a direction, even though it's the direction that you're ultimately supposed to go in. But the truth of the matter is you're just not ready for it. You're not ready for it. And when you're not ready for it, you're supposed to prepare. And then Sherry got her hand up. You're not ready for it. And you know that you haven't really prepared. And most of the time it's because of you. It's not because, God did something or somebody else did something to you. And oh my God, and I don't know how to handle it. No, we step out too grand and try to do too much in the beginning and end up in failure. And sometimes though, it's this. Sometimes we view what we have as too little. Oh, Lord, Annette, my little old. And we speak down on it. We call it little old. We treat it little old. And we don't really move into what, we're supposed to do because we're looking at it so small and we're afraid to enlarge our thinking, to think big, to dream big. And when we look at it as too little, we end up sometimes doing nothing. And then we accomplish nothing because we're afraid to step out and you know what, maybe this ain't God. Or we step out and we, two people show up to the meeting. You're like, you know what? It's just Sharon and Ebony. So we just going to stop right here and there. We just, we're not going to bother. We're going to stop right here. Since it's only Sharon and Annette, we're not going to bother with nobody and try to go any further than this. Sound familiar?
Yes.
And then when we look at life from these vantage points, too much, too little. Too much, too little. Either we're stepping out further than we should, or we're afraid of what we have presented before us. We're thinking that God, and why do we box God in like that? Why is it that we box God in to the point that, that's a real place. That's a real thing. We box God in because we don't really, really believe that what God has shown us for us is something that God can actually do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, and I know, I'm the queen of understanding when I'm not, I'm not in that place where I'm awesome, I'm great. I'm not, even when it came down to writing, when we first started trying to write books, child, that was something else. And when we first started trying to do it, it was like, oh Lord, what are we doing? Why are we stepping out here? Why are we doing this? Why in the world? Who told me? Remember we called each other in the middle of the night and that?
Yeah.
Like, girl, where you at? What page you on? How many words you got? And the thing is, it wasn't even like a grandiose book. It was a ebook. It wasn't even like we had to write like the major books that we have since then written. It was just an ebook. And so when I thought about it from that perspective, I was like, oh my God, we haven't even stepped out this far. We haven't even stepped out that far and we're already shaking like a leaf.
Mm-hmm.
But it paralyzes our efforts. And then sometimes what we do when we're paralyzed, when we look at life from a too much and too little vantage point, we're paralyzed and then we end up missing opportunities and ultimately we miss God. But Exodus 4:2 said, then the Lord said unto him, what is in your hand? What is that in your hand? He's talking about a rod. Oh, just a little old rod. And that's how we see it, Annette.
It is. You're right.
We see it just like that. What is that in your hand? Oh, it's just a little old dirty old stinking old rod. Just a little old something. Just a little old book, little old crunchy book, ain't nothing. What? What? That's what I'm saying. I'm like, really? So many of us think that we're insignificant. How can we make a difference? It's like, how can I make a difference? You know, I don't know how to do this. Of course you don't, because you can't do it without God. The answer is that on your own, no, you can't make a difference. No.
Mm.
But when you tap into your power, when you tap into your power, God can make a lot out of a little. He can empower us to do great things. God can turn nobodies into kings and queens. God's glory shines by building up the small and the weak. He says he calls the foolish things of this world to confound the wise. His word is filled with examples. He loves to confound the wisdom of the world by showing supernatural favor to people who wouldn't deserve it in the world's eyes. Look at Moses. Look at Paul. Look at David. I just thinking with the sheep. Look at Anita. Look at Annette. Come on. But we have to learn to use what we have and let God multiply before we start singing the blues. Too much, too little, too late. Too much. Stop singing the blues. Stop singing the blues over your situation, because God is a God of multiplicity. And now I'm getting my word tonight from that. I just drew a word, multiply. And when I looked at the word multiply, y'all know I like to take a verb that kind of coincides with our topic, or that sometimes is in the topic, and I like to deal with it from a transitive and intransitive tense. A transitive verb needs an object to make sense. An intransitive verb makes sense without an object. The transitive tense of this verb, multiply, means to augment. And that means to make greater, to make more numerous, to make larger, to make more intense, to intensify. So he can take your little old, whatever you call that rod in your hand, and make it greater, make it numerous, make it larger, make it intense. The intransitive tense means to spread or expand. So not only is he going to make it greater and make it numerous and make it larger and make it intense, but he's going to spread it all over the world.
Mm.
That is the power. Now unto him who is able to do exceeding abundantly above all that we ask or think, according to the power that is at work within us. And that's what we have to think of, instead of too much, too little, too late. Oh, shut it up. I want to do like too much, too little. I want to do that to the record and tell you to allow God to multiply in your life. I'm done. And that your thoughts, that is our transformational topic.
The topic, like, actually, too much, too little, too late, make it appear that it's over. You know, it's like, okay, you already have written my obituary. You've already picked out my grave clothes and have my, my place of burial. But it's not over.
Right.
It's not over. If I had to look at, and if I was looking at this title 5 years ago, 6 years ago, I could say, oh, Lord, it's over. But now when I look at this title, I say, oh, too much. That means I still can. Too much? No, God, not too much. I could break it down. Too little? No, it's never too little, too late with God. You know what I'm saying? So now I can see it out of different lenses. Mm-hmm. And it's how you see. It's how you see stuff. And you may think it's too much. It's never too much. God will put no more on you than you can bear. It's never too little. God is a great God. Everything that we have is his, and he's never late. He's always on time.
Come on.
So, it's never too late. And we have to understand. We talked about it last night, me and Leonard. You're useful. God has a purpose. And you got to understand that and stop looking at what the world says. And even what you say, and open your ears to hear God.
Yeah. Exactly. You got to learn to hear God. And that's that's just something that we don't do in
no.
And that we don't.
I know. Yeah.
We think we do, but in essence, we really don't. We don't hear God. We don't. And because we're not seeking God's answer, we're not seeking his voice. Because you know what? Sometimes we're scared. Sometimes we're scared in that because we think, we know that, probably what we're thinking and what we're desiring ain't lining up with God's will for our life. So we don't want to hear him say no. Have you ever thought about it from that
Yeah,
vantage?
of
I want
course.
to hear God say no, so I'm just not going to even listen. Blah, blah, blah,
Yeah,
blah, blah. And that's what you do
that's
sometimes.
right. Not my will, but your will be done. Yeah,
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 right. Uh-huh.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, as long as your will line up with my will, I'm good with you, Jesus.
That's it. Oh man. So that was our transformational topic for tonight. Now it's time for our Can We Talk toast. Grab your mug. Let's do our toast. Bam,
My toes.
bam,
I got
bam,
it here. Gotta move this. Boom.
bam, bam,
Boom.
bam.
Oh.
All righty.
Oh.
So listen, we have dropped our first little bit of knowledge with our transformational topic, those idioms and phrases that just make you go, And now it's time for us to turn the corner. We're going to the next phase of our conversation. But before we do, we're going to pause for a moment for a word from a quote from the quoteologist herself, from Annette L. Anderson, our Annettism. So we're going to pause for our Annettism. And while we're pausing for our Annettism, please continue to share. And let's get some folk up in here who needs to hear this encouragement and empowerment, because we're getting ready to rip the Band-Aid off. So we'll be right back in a minute.
There have been many things I've gone through. Though they were only temporary, I still felt blue. So many times I was on my knees at the pew, hearing God speak, but still did not know what to do. Yet I began to see a change. He was making me anew. He was leading and guiding me. His words was the glue that held me together so that I would be able to pursue, to live in the beauty of His holiness and His value. My eyes are now open, so I have a better view of the blessing He has for me that's long overdue. This is not only just for me, but He will bless you too. This is Annettism's Expressions. Amen. Well, tonight is the power tool. Power tool has been very interesting. Power tool has done this for me. It had me do a lot of soul searching. So oftentimes when I'm saying things, trust me, I've ran it across my spirit man, and it has convicted me in some cases. But there are some matters and experiences that causes people to become hurt, fractured, are broken. Let me say that again. To become hurt, fractured, or broken spiritually and emotionally. Sometimes it just takes a conversation to mend the broken heart of spirit. Sometimes even with the movement, I think it has really saved me in a lot of areas because it's a conversation. It's a conversation to mend the broken heart of spirit. In some cases, a Band-Aid won't do it. You need a power tool.
Power tool.
All right. Our power tool tonight is just a couple of words here, 3 words. Stop and go. Stop and go. Stop and go activity is one which there are short periods of movement with regular interruptions. That's life. You're on the move and you're getting ready to go somewhere, and all of a sudden something happened to interrupt, to get in the way of what you're going to do. Whether it could be something simple as going to the grocery store and something will happen. You get a flat tire, you get a phone call. Life has all kind of interruptions. Unlike many of life activities, there are no definitive finish line after which you can say, tick, I'm done. You're trying to get something done, but all of a sudden life get in the way. The possibility always remains that a little more work can yield an improvement to your model, to that thing that you're working on, that business, that organization, that ministry, that book, that music, whatever it is. But with so many variables to tweak, it's easy to end up obsessing over getting my project timely. I got to get it done. I don't know what I'm going to do. And, so we have to get to the point in our lives that we learn how to stop and go. We are so afraid if we don't utilize our day and we miss opportunities. I've been like that. Sometimes I look at my day, I said, what a waste. I wasted all these hours doing nothing. We're pouring huge amounts of effort into the details before looking up and wondering, and in some instances, where the time has gone. Sometimes we get so bogged down, we look up and we say, wow, I've been doing this long. And so in life, we got to learn how to stop and go. Being unwilling to let go can lead people to become perpetually dissatisfied. We're still holding on. And sometimes we're holding on to things that God said let go of, even when they end up getting what they thought they wanted. Even though you did all this work to get what you thought you wanted, now you're dissatisfied with what you got. It's an unwillingness to quit can be more than just rewarded. In some situations, it could be downright dangerous. How we keep going, and when God said, wait a minute, I know you need to do that project, but just step away for a moment. Relax, because I'm trying to take you somewhere. We must learn how and when to stop. And this is the exercise that I think is so important when we have that woosah moment, is to close your eyes and allow yourself to feel what it's like when you're overwhelmed with fear, anger, shame, etc. Remember something that makes you feel like this and allow it to feel your whole body. That emotional issue. Now you can feel the emotion on your skin and your chest, your mouth, your muscles, and your mind. Once you feel full of it, imagine holding up a big red stop sign in your mind and allowing the feeling to dissipate completely. So you're allowing yourself to see all the things that cause you to hurt, to be disillusioned, to be to a point you want to walk away. But we have to relax our mind and put up the red stop sign and say, not today, devil, not today. I will not be so consumed that I don't know when to stop or where to go. Some of us keep going and going and going. We like that bunny rabbit that never stop. But there must be a time in your life, regardless of what it looks like. I know you got to meet that deadline, but sometimes you got to stop and step back. Once you feel full of it, imagine how the whole. I'm going back to. I want to read this again. Once you feel full of it, whatever that it is, imagine holding up a big red stop sign in your mind and allowing the feeling to dissipate. Now practice this until you can feel that you can use it in real life, real scenarios. So get to the point where you can learn how to calm yourself down. Get to the point to know when you need to stop, that I can't do this anymore. Stop. I can't be there for everybody. Stop. I can't allow everybody to dump on me. Stop. Because I can't allow my time to be spent trying to help you with a situation I've talked to you 100 times about. Anyway, you have to learn how to stop. I know we got our friends and I know we love them, but every now and then we have to stop in life. And then we have to practice how we feel when it's time to go. Scenarios we need to put in our mind. After I've stopped for just a minute, now I got to learn, how can I pump myself up to go? I got to ask God, is this where you would have me to be? Because we learned that lesson before the COVID with the movement, when we were going, and all of a sudden God put us to a place we had to stop. It was nothing we could do. We had to stop. But then after the COVID, it's very interesting. When COVID happened and it was devastating, and I was like, oh Lord, what are we going to do? But actually for the ministry, it was a time for us to step away, to digress, and to one of the things we did, we started working on ourselves. Because you can't help other people when you tore up from the floor up, when you don't even have your stuff together. You're trying to give and give and give, and there's nothing there. There's nothing. You are running on reserve. When me and Leonard went on a cruise, this is something that really kind of like annoyed me a little bit. I said, Leonard, we need to get gas. Oh, we all right. We'll be fine. So we get there, get ready to turn it. The light came on. So now here we are. I enjoyed myself. I figured I wasn't worried about giving out gas because, of course, he had gas. But then it was a reserved. He has a reserve tank. So even though the light came on and it looked like it was we was going to give out gas, it's a reserve tank. So the problem is a lot of us are running on a reserve tank. We're taking the last that we have, but we have to learn how to stop and hear God. And when God said go, go. And this is what is so important for whether you're a believer, unbeliever, whether you got a business organization, I don't care. Anywhere in your life, there has to be a point in your life that you learn how to rest. To rest your mind and your body. Matthew 11:28 says, come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. So we are running on a reserve tank and trying to do things that God has not called us to do. So I want to deal with the word stop for a minute. First, this is what we need. We need the S, stop and notice what it feels like to stop moving, to stop doing. You got to stop and notice what it feels like to stop moving, to stop doing. And the reason why I can attest to that, because again, when I went on that cruise, there was no phone calls. There was no, I got to get this in. I got to, no. I didn't have to worry about cooking. I didn't have to worry about taking care of nobody. I didn't have to worry about, I love Lena, but Lena going to call me at least 10 times a day. I love you, dear, if you're on here. But I didn't have to worry about none of that. But then then I had to take a breath or two and feel what it's like to be alive and breathing. How does it feel to inhale and exhale? When was the last time we breathe, we know we do. But when the last time you actually took a deep breath and let it out and understand how important that is, and notice the quality of your breath. Is it slow or is it shallow? And then I want to look at we need to observe thoughts, emotions, and a physical sensation, which as much openness and as possible. There's no need to judge, analyze, and fix what you find in your moments. These are moments when you look at yourself. I know we're very critical, but no, we have to look at ourselves without being judgmental. I said, yes, I got some things going on, but I don't need to analyze it. I just need to ask God to help me. I'm just observing because I'm getting in that place of stop. So we have to understand the importance of that. We have to understand what's bubbling up on the surface, what's going on with us, what's causing us to really be who we are, what causes us to function. And now I want to deal with the P, is proceed. It means stepping into the next moment with great awareness, intention, perhaps asking yourself, what is important to me right now? What's important to you, Anita? I know we have our businesses. Of course, you have all, your 20 businesses and so many other things going on. But what is really important? What's important? Sometimes we have to step away from our organizations, our business, get a book, lay down, read, watch a television show, get to a point that you replenish the stuff that's been taken away from you. Then we have to go to the GO part, G-O. That's a golden opportunity. That's what that stands for, G-O, golden opportunity. There are opportunities that God will put in front of us. Once we've stopped and smell the roses, and there's golden opportunities. And everybody may stumble across a golden opportunity, but they're there. There are times in our life that they're there, but unfortunately, most people just pick themselves up, dust themselves off, and walk away from it. No, and that's from Winston Church here. No, so God said, I got something for you. I've caused you to get a place to stop. Now that I've gotten you to that place to go, there's a golden opportunity. And prime example, Anita went to a conference this past weekend. That was an opportunity to be downloaded with information, to allow somebody else to open up your eyes to see something that you've never seen before. Allow you to walk into that golden opportunity. So I'm looking for my golden opportunity. Well, there's the 6 rules of life. Let me share that with you right now. Before you pray, believe. Before you speak, listen. Before you spend, earn. Before you write, think. Before you quit, try. And before you die, live. Matthew 28:19 says this for go. He says, go ye therefore and teach all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father and the Son and the Holy Ghost. And Mark 16:15 said, and he said unto them, go ye into the world and preach the gospel to every creature. So I'm here to let you know that there's going to be a stop in life, but then there's going to be a go when those golden opportunities. And God said it like this in Matthew 28:19. And I'm not going to even read it all. Just 3 words. Go ye therefore.
Come on.
Wherever the golden opportunity take you, go there. Wherever God has opened the door for you, go there. If you have to borrow a couple of dollars and that's an opportunity, go there. Because the 6 rules of life let you know you got to believe, listen, earn, think, try, and live. Just know there will be times in life that there will be the stop and the go. But I don't mind being stopped for a moment because I know once I come up off of that, there's a golden opportunity that's waiting on me. And that is the power tool for the night. Stop and go.
And you know what, Annette?
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm always about songs. We came in with too much, too little, too late. And right in there, I started hearing, you gotta know when to hold them, know when to fold them. You gotta know. And the thing is, Annette, when you're talking about, there's a time, and I did this a couple of weeks ago. I shared this with somebody that there was one day, like about 2 weeks ago, I didn't have any clients that day, which is rare. And I took the entire day and I just laid down and I rested. I didn't turn the TV on. I didn't have my phone near me. I didn't listen to music. I wasn't reading. I wasn't playing games. I literally had my eyes closed and I did not go to sleep. I rested. I rested. And the thing is, when I started looking at my life and how I had allowed so much to infiltrate me. I think it was Nicole said that. She said, we're taught to set boundaries for others in our lives, but we sometimes have to set boundaries for ourselves when it comes to our own stuff, our own time, our own body, our own health, our own mind. And that is so true. So true. And I was sharing how I had to learn how to even set boundaries at times when I have to give myself a break in the day. I have to give myself a couple of breaks. I'm like, I can't just work straight through the day all the time. And I have to also allow myself the time to step away, which is why I love so much being self-employed, because I don't have to punch anybody else's clock. I don't have to ask you for time off so I can go here or go there. Something spontaneous comes out. I don't have to ask anybody. I can just do what I want to do. And I love that. I love being able to set my own time, to set my own clock. I also love being able to say, when enough is enough. That's that stop and go. And when it's time for me to go, I'll go. But when God says stop, I stop.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Amen.
And everything ain't good for you. Everything that goes to you ain't good for you. I had learned a long time ago, all money ain't good money. And we have to be mindful that, sometimes we're chasing something, we're chasing the wrong things. We're so busy chasing after something that has no value when we leave this earth that we're not being any good while we're here. We're not producing and we're not doing anything for the kingdom. We get so caught up in our own lives, our own accomplishments, our own things that we lose sight of that.
That's right. That
At this point, I know where I am. I'm in a goal season. I feel you, Grace, Junior completion. Go ahead, Annette. We didn't get to say
completion.
Oh, she came back from her cruise. You hear the little vibrato was all there. I hear you, girl. So in that hammer voice, it's go time. It's go time. It ain't hammer time. It's go time. It's go time. And a lot of us are facing that right now. We're in a season. This is the year of release. We're in a season of refreshing and renewing after being down for so long and losing so much. And a lot of us have suffered great losses over the past few years. But it's time. It's go time. And I've learned that in this season that I don't have time to, I ain't got time to sit with you. I ain't got time to be all in your issues and problems. And I don't want your problems to become my problems because I'm too busy. I got to go. It's time for me to go. I've been on stop long enough. I was, sitting at the stop sign for a long time, but now it's time for me to take that opportunity. It's my golden opportunity. Yes, it's your golden opportunity time, Grace. I feel you, darling.
Yes.
We are. So I thank you for that, Annette. Thank you for sharing that power tool with us. Sometimes we have to sit back and look at our own lives and realize, I haven't done that. I haven't done it for me. So, time to take inventory and handle your business. All righty. Well, we're getting ready to turn the corner. It's time to turn the corner. Yes, God is moving. He's moving. He's doing incredible things. And it's time for us to do incredible things with these topics, y'all. So we've gone to the third part of our conversation. And listen, you don't want to miss these topics tonight because we got some stuff to talk. Let's give them something to talk. Okay, they're gonna quit me. All right, because I've done 3 songs tonight. What y'all gonna play? So we're gonna stop for a moment and have our commercial break. While we're on commercial, invite some people and don't y'all go nowhere because listen, it's about to go down. We'll be right back in a few minutes.
Walk into your God-given destiny with power and conviction with Power Walk Sunday. Each and every Sunday at 10 a.m. live on multiple platforms.
Making sure that toxic relationship we came out of don't make us bitter, but make us better. Yes. And so you're looking for somebody good out there, but you're not good yourself. Absolutely. So the thing about it is working within yourself. When you go into the relationship as your best and they go into the relationship as their best, then you have a great relationship.
Welcome to another amazing episode of the TMC podcast.
As we continue to help you take your relationship from surviving to thriving.
TNT, that's Tuesday Night Talk with Annette L. Anderson, every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. live on multiple platforms. Go where you can soar. That's Speak It, Orated, Articulated, and Reverberated. When we eat well, we live well, and all will be well. Go to elbwell.com, join the journey, and take your life back. If you don't have your copy, get yours today at Amazon.com. That's Living Life One Quote at a Time by Annette L. Anderson. Helping us grow spiritually together. Tired of the fluff and puff of playing church? Ready to be a powerful vessel? Ready to work the word? Join Connie Green every Tuesday at 7 p.m. on Facebook Live. And we're here every Wednesday at 7 p.m. live with Can We Talk? Your co-hosts, Annette L. Anderson and Anita Faye Wilson, with Tea Time Topics, where we discuss trending subjects and current events. You can also discuss these with your Can We Talk coffee mug. Email us at info@movementworldwide.org. They're $15, and that includes shipping. Make a donation via Cash App at $Movement Worldwide, or go to our website, click the Patreon button, and sow a seed of $12 per month. That's 40 cents a day. Whatever the seed, it's greatly appreciated. Be sure to follow us on all platforms. Click the notification button, subscribe, like, and don't forget to share. It's that time. Tea Time Topics.
It's time for Tea Time Topics. Tea Time Topics. Say what? Tea Time Topics. Say what? Tea Time Topics now. Ooh, ooh. She been on the cruise, y'all. Ooh, ooh. She got her dance, y'all. Ooh, ooh. Look at you on me. All right, the cruise got you on me today. All right, good people, it is time for our Tea Time Topics. Y'all know we have them each and every week, and we gonna talk about it right now. Boom. Oh, God. Jesus Christ of Nazareth. Oh, my God, my God, my God. Galatians 6:7. Be not deceived. God is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. A New York civil jury determined that former President Donald Trump sexually abused E. Jean Carroll in the dressing room of a Bergdorf Goodman in the 1990s and later defamed her when denying the allegations. The jury determined Carroll should receive $5 million from Trump. The verdict followed fewer than 3 hours of deliberations. Carroll spent 3 days on the witness stand and called 10 other witnesses in service of her account that Trump sexually assaulted her in the dressing room at a Bergdorf Goodman in the mid-90s. She said that she was told 2 of her friends, writer Lisa Birnbach and local TV anchor Carol Martin, also almost immediately. Both testified in Carroll's support, as did two other women who accused the former president of sexual misconduct. Trump did not present a defense case and declined repeated opportunities to testify. His attorney, Joe Tacopina, told jurors that the crux of the defense rely on the cross-examination of the witness and their private communications. Trump's legal team accused Carroll, Martin, and Birnbach of joining a political conspiracy to smear the former president, whom they hated. Oh God, everything is not about you like that. It's like crazy. Carroll's attorney, Roberta Kaplan, decided that proposition as Trump's big lie, and her co-counsel Michael Farrar said that the three accomplished women wouldn't perjure themselves in service of such a harebrained scheme. Both sides agreed. Both sides, listen to this now, both sides agreed that if the jury found Birnbach and Martin's accounts credible, they would find in Carroll's favor. Tacopina spent a considerable part of his closing argument trying to discredit those witnesses. And here's the thing, whether you want to or not, the New York jury found President Trump liable, and you have to pay that $5 million, period. Now, Annette, your thoughts?
Well, he did it. I could tell the way his hair is.
Wait a minute.
No, but at the end, listen, when you sow seeds, you get a harvest.
Come on.
So that's all I'm gonna say on that. And I've been reading some of the followers of his, and as I made the comment, he already said you could. It's documented. He said you could grab women, so we already know he'll Chester the molester anyway.
Chester the molester, and that's true. And then, but the thing is, looking at his face, I'm gonna tell you one of the things that got me, and then we'll get off of this. One of the things that got me was when he was asked about that picture.
Yeah,
and he looking at the picture, I'm like, oh, this was my wife. I'm like, bruh. I guess you've been married to somebody you don't even know who you've been married to. And you looking at this picture, you can't see that that's not your wife, your ex-wife on that photo. That is clearly the woman. And they're like, no, that's not who that is. Well, then I don't know who this is. And the picture's blurry. And so when they put the picture out, the picture was not blurry. The picture was so clear. Not blurry in the least. Very crystal clear the picture was. So and then he just, I don't know, it seems like some type of mental thing where he just believes his own lies.
Yeah, I think. Yeah. I think
that's a sickness in that.
Yeah.
I mean, he's sitting there like, most people, they say, so you say that a famous person can get away with it? Well, for millions and millions of years, most, I'm like, bruh, please.
Yeah.
Like your sentences don't make sense.
Mm-mm.
They don't make sense. You look and sound crazy. This is ridiculous.
Yeah.
But and your day has come. And guess what? It's only the beginning.
Yeah.
It's only the beginning.
Because greater men than him have fallen. So, and women. Greater men. So you cannot go through life. I don't care if you're 20, 30, 40, 50. You reap what you sow. It's biblical. It's not an attack on him. But it's just the truth.
The Bible is true.
Yeah.
It's not mine. So boom, there you go. You getting yours.
Too bad. It sucks to be him.
All right, fellas, come on and take us to the next one. See, I'm telling you, we started hot off the press tonight. Here we go.
Moving. We keep it moving.
All righty. Now, wonder how much the crowns were. I probably can buy me, you, and 4 or 5 other people a house. All right. More than 20 million people in the United Kingdom tuned in to watch King Charles III's coronation on Saturday. But the ceremony attracted far fewer British viewers than his mother's funeral. Now, let me just say that. Of course it would. I don't know. I ain't no Donald Trump fan, but he did say stuff about the news folks. She had been queen forever. But anyway, all right. That bothered me. Average viewers figured for the 2-hour service at Westminster. What is it? Westminster Abbey.
Yes.
Yeah, the main part of Saturday ceremony during which the king was crowned reached 18.8 million people. Well, that's a lot of people, according to data provided by the UK Broadcast Audience Research Board. The rainy day kicked off with King Charles, long live the King, Charles the Third, and Queen Camilla, traveling from Buckingham Palace to Westminster Abbey. All right, y'all better travel. Watched by cheering and waving crowds, the couple rode in the Diamond Jubilee State coach drawn by 6 horses. Just give me one diamond. That's all I'm asking for. The coach was built in 2012 to commemorate the 60th anniversary of the reign of Queen Elizabeth II, according to Bob, which analyzed audience. Yeah. The number of viewers, they say, peaked at 20.4 million just after midday when the king received his crown. So it went up. I guess most people was chilling, waiting for the crown to be put on his head. You know what? I'm going to say something when I finish. The BBC took the biggest share by far with viewership across its BBC 1 and 2 channels, peaking at 15 million. I don't even know why we care. How many million? I'm just going to skip on down. Following the service, 4,000 armed forces personnel, accompanied by 19 bands, took part in the largest UK military procession for 70 years. Okay. Oh. Cheered on by thousands of spectators. And let's see, I want to go down for the people. Yes, there were some people who was not too happy. They were, like my mom used to say, they were cutting the monkey. But anyway, they went to jail. 4 of the people arrested had been charged with offense because they disagree with the king. Republic of Britain's largest anti-monarchy group told CNN Saturday that the police arrested organizers of the protest without providing any reason. Well, they gave you a reason. You was coming against the king. What is he talking about? The group said in a tweet Monday that the protest was curtailed to protect the image of the king and called arrest an absolute disgrace. Well, y'all know if y'all gonna cut up, they were gonna make sure that y'all didn't interrupt. This man had waited for 70-some years. He don't need y'all cutting up over in the corner. Anyway, but at the end of the day, it was amazing. I watched some of it. I'm gonna say this. I watched when they put the crown on his head. I was like, are they gonna push it down? Because they looked like it was pushing hard. Did you notice? It was like they were pushing it kind of hard. I say they should have measured that before they brought that out. But they got it on there. And I said, long live the king.
Listen, the movers ain't got no sense. You hear me?
I didn't even see what this.
Oh my God. Because there's a meme that's out, and I'm gonna put it back up, where this is what it sounds like they're saying. And some of them say, I like vagina Camilla. Some of them say, why that vagina Camilla? But it really sounds like they're saying that. And I'm like, I don't know what they were saying, but it sounds like that when you see it, right? And then there's somebody else said that her hair is looking like Princess Diana, and I was saying that when you look at it, it really does kind of look like they were trying to fix her hair like Diana, because that is a Diana hairstyle.
Yeah,
I mean, people don't wear their hair like that in this day and age, so she that's probably why she looked like that on that picture. I'm just kidding. But so when I was looking through these comments, I'm cracking up because a lot of it is so true. And this here's your daughter telling Camilla went from the secret love affair to the queen. Oh my God. So I'm sitting over here cracking up at the commentary, but at the end of the day, I mean, hey, it's a done deal. You see him that?
Yeah, child.
Yeah.
She really, I hadn't even thought about the hair. But I know they was meshing that crown down on the king. Y'all go back and look at it for real. Lord.
Yes, I've seen a few clips, but I wasn't paying attention to that one.
Oh, so they got on and they pushed it a little bit. I said, he got it on there. Shoot, y'all, that man waited for years. Shoot.
The movers ain't got no sense at all. No, she could never be Diana. But hey, it's a done deal. I don't have a sound for them because I'm like, finally the queen finally gave Charles a chance for about. And he don't even look half as healthy as the Queen did. Even
No,
5 years ago in her
Charles,
knee.
yeah.
Charles looked like he about to kill over in 2 seconds. It was a great day for all the side pieces. Oh my God. I can't with y'all. I love the movers. So hey, those are the sounds that we have for that for tonight. We don't have much more. But that's so funny that I told y'all we had the tea time topics tonight. It's a great day for the side pieces. Hip hip hooray! Hip hip hooray! It's too funny. All right, fellas, come on.
Moving. We keep it moving.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Oh, goodness, I'm looking at the wrong spot for my notes. I'm so busy laughing at them with their information. All righty. The Roosevelt School District in Long Island, New York, filed an official notice of claim on behalf of their boys basketball team that alleged they were called racial slurs and taunted during away games against 2 high schools in February. Roosevelt High School boys basketball players and cheerleaders claimed that they were spit on and called the N-word and had racist comments yelled at them by unruly fans from Wanta High School in Lynbrook High School during away games at the 2 Hempstead, New York schools. The notices of claim were filed on May 4th by Roosevelt Union Free School District against Wanton High School and the Nassau County Public School and High School Athletic Association for the alleged incidents during a February 17th game between the 2 schools. I actually saw the clip, and yes, they were saying it. They also filed a claim against the Lynbrook School District in relation to the incidents that occurred during a February 15th game. Players were reportedly asked to document what happened after the school game and said that they heard the N-word. The Roosevelt leaders also alleged that Wanta and Lynbrook leaders failed to intervene or discipline the students during the games, which violates the Section 8 Code of Conduct. They didn't do a thing. How are these people in these white t-shirts and sweatshirts with their backs turned, booing at the same time to their opponents, going to learn a lesson that that's not how you treat people, said Frederick Brewington, an attorney for the Roosevelt School District. The CBS News Roosevelt school leaders said that their notice of claim doesn't have to become a lawsuit if they can all meet to begin to fix their wrongs. They were reportedly seeking formal written apologies and demand training for all staff named in the claim to make sure that their voice is heard and that the conversation, if never had before, will begin, said Brewington to the CBS News. Roosevelt Superintendent Deborah L. Wortman says, there is a history of racial intimidation. What's significant about this one is that the multiple 2 districts came together to make our students feel uncomfortable, said Wortman to the ABC News. He continued, it is our intent to change the picture for our students and to put in a new frame. Attorneys for both Lynbrook and Wanta attended a briefing last night, but said that the Section 8 Nassau Public School District Athletic Association cannot comment due to pending litigation. Now, I remember when this first happened and we were talking about this from way back then. And I remember watching the clip that they had from the game. It's very obvious. And everybody in there, every faculty member, every staff member, every coach, none of them did anything to stop these students. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, it's a shame. And it's been happening quite often. That's why. I'm just going to go there because they don't tell me what to do. Even in this state. So now we got in Florida. Now we got to pass some laws to supersede the laws that the saying polo the kids. They can't have nobody talk about what happened years ago. But what's happening now? So there needs to be some laws on the book to protect our kids too.
Exactly.
Just like the rest of the children.
Exactly. And that's the thing. It's like, but of course, in our state, they're doing everything in their power to erase Black people, they're erasing everybody. They're trying to erase
That
everybody.
show lives.
I mean, black people, gay people, Mickey Mouse, everybody.
Mickey Mouse Duck. They be messing with Donald. Now, what Donald Duck did to you? What? That's all right. Donald and Mickey will be here long after they're gone.
That's all right. Goofy over there like East Side. Like, don't start nothing. Don't start nothing. You gonna mess around and call all the boys out. But I can't stand it, and they need to handle that. Just give me to say, that really saddens me. It bothers me. Y'all know I hate to read these kind anyway.
I know you always get them.
Oh my God, I always get them. It's not intentional. It just happens that way.
I don't need it. I may be planning it.
Maybe.
No,
who knows? Because you just put the order together. Mm-hmm. Okay, fellas, come on and take us to the next one.
Moving. We keep it moving.
All right, I'm going to just read this. I'm not commentating. I'm just going to read it, okay? The Tulsa Police Department has identified a homeless man in a fatal shooting of 2 Oklahoma men in April. One was shot while he was at a local library, and the other was killed minutes later at a Quick Trip convenience store. Authorities are saying the assault was racially motivated, but the state does not have a felony hate crime law. According to a statement released by the TPD, Carlton Clifford, that's him, 61, is a sole suspect in Tuesday, April 18th shooting of London. I think it's London Hatcock, 35, and James McDonald, 55. Both men were white, and Clifford is black. The man who allegedly had no connection to either victim was arrested on Monday, April 24th. Now he faces 2 counts of first-degree murder, 2 counts of shooting with intent to kill, and 1 count of malicious intimidation or harassment under Oklahoma law. Hate crimes are codified as malicious harassment based on race, religion, ancestry, national origin, or disability, and are misdemeanors. He just I'm sorry, someone coming. Anyway, the information suggests that race played a role in it. He said, I feel like that is something we can prove, and it is something that a judge or jury obviously needs to listen to. So we will present the information along with everything else, according to what the lawyer said. And so this homicide detective states Clifford shot Hatchcock while he was sitting at a desk inside a library a few minutes before 10 a.m. Oh, he walked up behind the man and shot him in the back of the head.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Then he shot him again. Said Hatchcock was rushed to a hospital in critical condition and he succumbed to his injuries. And so, to make a long story short, they got him, and surveillance video shows Gifford also fired rounds at security guard and other persons outside the store. When officers arrived, Gifford was standing outside the store. He admitted to the officers on the scene that he shot 2 people. The prosecutor did not reveal details regarding the death, but they believe he committed a hate crime because he killed like 2 men. One man, he didn't even see it coming.
Oh,
the allegation in this charge is that race or color played by role in this shooting. It was played by a role. The reason why that I wanted to really show this that we equal opportunity.
Oh yeah.
I know a lot of our stuff is about Black folks, but that thing when I read it, it just kicked me because here we live in a time that people don't care about life.
They don't.
It has no value. Here, this man in the library, another man going about their day, and he just killed him for nothing, and we're seeing it so much.
You can't go to the mall.
No.
You can't go to a restaurant. You can't go to the library. You can't go to a grocery store. I'm telling you, when I'm out and at times, and I really have anxiety. I have anxiety about being inside of stores. I do very little in-store shopping. And when I'm there, I'm looking for the exit.
Me too.
I'm looking for the exits. I'm trying to race through. And even when I pull in, I'm looking at the parking lot. I'm looking at people stopping. I'm looking at everything. And I'm trying to race in. And it's uncomfortable. And when I think about the 5-year-old child killed, and then the one whose whole family was killed, except the one little 6-year-old, his mom and little brother killed. in Texas. It's like and the people run over at the bus stop. It's like you can't go anywhere and escape danger. You don't know where it is, so there's no place that you will ever be safe. So and I'm telling you, this is sad. I mean, you can't go to the library. Man, sit in the library, don't even know what's happening. Didn't see it coming. Wasn't you're not expecting that in a library.
Yeah. Jess asked, where did he get the gun? They didn't say where he got the gun from. But you can buy a gun just as easy as buying some bubble gum. It's
you
just
get a gun easier than you can get a Big Mac in this country. Crazy. Ooh, it's very sad. Let's keep people in our prayers, man. Just keep praying for our country. You got pray. You talking about pray for the USA? Pray for the USA for real. That song was so prophetic, and it is definitely prophetic in this day and age because our people are going crazy.
Yeah.
All right, fellas, take us to the next one.
Moving, moving, moving. We keep it moving.
All righty then.
So Anita, so you're gonna read all of that, the life lessons?
Yeah.
Okay. I meant to tell you. Okay, good.
Okay, so wait a minute. You got to tell me what I'm.
Okay, I just wanted to highlight a couple of female businesses. Right. And so I put that, about what Booker T. Washington said.
Yes. Yeah. So I'm gonna, I saw it, and I just separated them. I just separated them because I wanted to show more photos of them.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
Business. So I just have two frames. That's all. Highlight female Black business. Throughout history, African Americans have used entrepreneurship as an outlet for creativity and as a way to uplift the community. From Booker T. Washington establishing the Negro Business League during the time of the Jim Crow era to Earl G. Graves launching Black Enterprise magazine in 1970, entrepreneurship has played a crucial role in African American culture. Life lessons from Danielle Moore. All right, Danielle, more Black girls rock up in here. We love it. Y'all know we love to celebrate our Black women. We have Danielle Moore, founder of Danny's Cheesecakes. All right, for Danny's Cheesecakes. You know what? I have a friend whose daughter does cheesecakes like that. Danielle grew up watching her mother and grandmother use their kitchens to grow thriving businesses in her Brooklyn neighborhood. Little did Moore know that she would operate a production kitchen and event space one day, honoring their legacy. In 2005, Moore launched a home-based business out of her kitchen. She baked several varieties of cheesecakes, working to provide for her family and in need of additional revenue. Danielle Moore has engaged in many side hustles in her life. She has capitalized on these diverse experiences in ways that ultimately led to the founding of her own now very successful business, Danny's Cheesecakes. In time, she would expand to offer designed cakes, catering, lunch delivery services, and even a line of home goods. More significant shift came in 2021 with Ethel and Annie Mae's Soul Food Kitchen in Brooklyn. It's a unique takeout restaurant featuring a rotating menu of soul food options and spins on Americana. On Sundays, Moore opens the backyard backyard as an event space, hosting weekly R&B Sunday brunch. Oh, I bet that's nice. In addition, Moore also owns a production kitchen that supports entrepreneurs with food-based businesses. It's time for more visibility for my business, Moore said. It's either stop or take it to the next level. All right, for the stop and go, it's either stop or go. And I wasn't going to stop. I ain't stopping either, sweetheart. And so, we're highlighting, and hold on, let me go to the next one because this one is one that I love. I saw this.
Yeah.
Oh my God. It's like when you think of stuff and somebody else will do it. I've never thought of this though, but I do have a line that I'm working on, and this just really inspired me. The natural hair care industry is teeming with product lines. For every hair texture, there's a moisturizer. For every curl pattern, there's a curl defining cream. But that saturated market did not scare Jasmine Thompson, who launched Winnie & Co., a vegan hair care line for babies and children in 2020. The busy mom decided to establish her own products to provide healthier options that will help African-American children's hair remain moisturized. When she's not juggling her family life, Thompson is promoting her business. She stays motivated by remembering entrepreneurship can be frustrating and draining sometimes. When you find yourself feeling burned out, just take a step back and focus on something else for a little bit. You'll feel refreshed and better equipped to handle those challenges. I love that line. I went all on her website. I was just, man, I was like,
Yeah.
this is
I
so
thought about you. That's one of the reasons I did. Like, ooh,
Huh?
hey. I
What'd
thought
you say?
about you with the
Uh-huh.
hairline. I thought about Sharon. She just told me the other day she was going to be doing cheesecake. So I
Uh-huh.
said, take you out. There's somebody out there. Yeah.
Yes, I love it. I think it's amazing when we see people like, don't sleep on your ideas, people.
Yeah.
Get your ideas out there. Don't sleep on it. Don't second guess it. Don't call it little old. Don't look down on it. Don't, sit back and whine and worry about what you don't have, who don't support you, and you don't have a leg up and a want. What's in your hand?
Yes.
What's in your hand? That's what I'm talking about, Sharon. Do it. Do it, honey. Make them cheesecakes. I'll be your customer. Wow, these women are definitely awesome, and we applaud them wholeheartedly. We give them the teams up. Black girls certainly do rock. Come on with it. I love that. I love when we cover stories like this. It always makes me feel good to see that. That's what I'm saying, Sharon. Do it, honey. I got your back, baby. Listen, listen. As soon as you launch, you let me know, and I'm placing an order. I love supporting businesses, but specifically those with African American women. I already got something coming from Annette, and I need Annette to get that website together so she can start putting her stuff on Etsy.
I know I'm gonna. Yeah.
This lady got some stuff, y'all.
Yeah.
We got some stuff. We need to do a night one night where we're spotlighting like local businesses.
Yeah, wouldn't that be
the
cool?
movers and shakers who have businesses. We need to do that one night.
Yes.
Write
I
that down.
love that.
I would love that too. That would be great. All right, fellas. Come on. What you saying, Nat?
I say, yeah, I like that.
All right. Did you have another comment about the women?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, fellas, come on, take us to the next one.
Moving. We keep it moving.
Okay. This is we got to do better moment. Okay. We got to do better. BETTA, better. In Connecticut, a man was accused of stabbing a man doing his haircut. So now listen, he cut half his hair but the other half he didn't get cut off. Okay. And he really was having a bad hair day, Stamford, Connecticut. Police said the man was halfway through a haircut at an apartment in Stamford, Connecticut, when he grabbed scissors and slashed another man in the back. The Stamford Advocate reports that 21-year-old David Davis was arrested soon afterward when police officer with a police dog found him in a nearby apartment. A police mugshot shows David with thick hair sticking up from only the 21 sticking up from the side. The 21-year-old victim was taken to Stamford Hospital to receive treatment for wounds in his back and the side of his head. So the guy he stabbed, I think he did okay. He survived. Authorities said the victim approached David during a haircut and tools in what he called an aggressive manner. So, David kind of said, pull out the scissors and let him have it. So he said he picked up the scissors and self-defense. David, who lives in New Haven, was being held on $5,000 bond. So this was my comment here that I say, so we are here today and gone tomorrow. So that is, we got to do better moment, because you couldn't even wait till your whole head get cut, only a half of it. And this is his mugshot. This is how he looked, because he didn't finish the haircut. So y'all, we gotta do better, y'all.
Oh my God. But you know what? I had not even read the story before we got on here tonight, and I kind of glanced over it a little bit. But as soon as I saw that photo, all I could think about was Martin when he had one side of his hair braided, and he was doing that Najee Ramba.
Oh yeah. That bad.
It's like, what is up with the half the head? So now I know the story. It's like, what is going on? We got to do better. Yeah, exactly. Lord, why? Jesus, why?
Yeah, your mugshot will always be out there with this big old afro.
Oh my God, today. I just don't get it. I don't get it. It's something. We have got to do better. And I agree at that. Sharon, a hot mess. Just a hot mess all the way around. It don't make sense. Always said that we have got to do better. Ridiculous. Brother Sunshine. Najee Rob. I was dying when I saw that, and I didn't know what it was for. But you know what? We have definitely got to do better.
You gotta do better now. You should let your hair got for me.
Look, you walking all up in jail with your hair like that. Got everybody looking around like,
oh my God.
Like,
Yeah,
what's going on with Bruh Man?
They didn't even let him pack it. He looked like he could have pat it down or something. Look like he picked it out. I don't know. Anyway.
Can you see the people trying to take that picture?
You know they laughed at it. Because when I started saying, is this real?
Right. And I was like, I was like, and the thing was, I was looking, when I looked at I had to peruse the story a little bit. I'm like, well, maybe she got the wrong picture. Well, is this about the hairline? But the girl was like trying to figure out what the Jimenez
No, he didn't finish getting the cut. Well, he stabbed somebody.
So you didn't finish getting your hair cut, and you stabbed somebody, and you went to jail.
And they found him hiding. The police dog found him hiding, and they politely took his half cut head self.
Well, I'm glad the man lived. I'm glad he's
yeah. It was fun. It's funny, but somebody could have died. But yeah,
it's sad.
All
right, fellas.
Moving. We keep it moving.
I'm telling you, there's never a dull moment. There's never a dull moment with the movers and shakers. There's never a dull moment on here. Lord, I have mercy. Jesus, help us. Oh my God. I would.
Yeah, he the last one.
This is not the last one.
No, I'm talking. He the last one of the George.
Oh,
Floyd.
the last one of the convictions. Yes.
Yeah.
Tao, whatever his name is. The ex-Minneapolis police officer who kept a group of onlookers at bay as 3 other officers knelt on a handcuffed George Floyd until he lay lifeless in the street was convicted Tuesday of aiding and abetting second-degree manslaughter. The verdict came after a bench trial in which Hennepin County Judge Peter Cahill considered agreed-upon evidence from the 2 sides and is the final conviction in state and federal court of the 4 officers' involvement on the May 25th, 2020 killing that led to a summer of unrest in Minnesota and across the United States. In his ruling, Judge Cahill said Mr. Tao made a conscious decision to participate in Mr. Floyd's death, even though he could see Mr. Floyd's life ebbing away as the restraint continued, adding, he held back the concerned bystanders and even prevented an off-duty Minneapolis firefighter from rendering the medical aid Floyd so desperately needed. Mr. Tao's sentencing on the latest charge is set for August 7th. The conviction of Tao is historic and the right outcome. It brings one more measure of accountability in the tragic death of George Floyd, said Minnesota Attorney General Keith Ellison, whose office led the prosecution in state court. Mr. Floyd at first told the officers that he couldn't breathe, but slowly lost the ability to speak, stopped moving, and eventually the officers couldn't find a pulse. They remained on top of Mr. Floyd until the paramedics arrived and could not revive him. And that is why you were found guilty. And that is why you are going to prison. Yes. It's about time.
Yeah.
3 years after the fact, and this is finally, everybody is getting what they deserve.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
I don't have nothing to say about him.
Yeah. And that's a
clink.
mess.
All I know, Nita's clink clink. I don't know.
That's it. Clink clink. And bruh, you on your own. You can sit up in there and do your own little time. And I bet you're gonna be somewhere around here thinking like this. All the way to August 7th. All the way to August 7th, bro, gonna be just like that. Like,
Yeah, bless his heart. Oh my God.
that clock gonna be ticking hard
I feel
all
bad.
the way to August 7th. You getting yours, and it's
Mhm.
about time because that poor man suffered under somebody's knee, and you wouldn't even let people help him. So it's a done deal. We're gonna move on to the next one.
Okay.
How would you say that?
Yeah, he got what he deserved. I mean, hey, he could have been one of the ones to walk away, but no, he stood there too.
He could have made a difference.
Intimidating. Try to intimidate somebody.
He could have made a difference, and he chose.
He didn't. So
he chose not to. But
that's right, Anita.
And you got yours. All right, fellas, come on and take us to the next one.
Moving, moving, moving. We keep it moving.
Okay, Carolyn Bryant Dunham, the white woman whose accusation led to the 1955 lynching of black teen Emmett Till in Mississippi, and whose role in the brutal death was reconsidered by a grand jury as recently as last year, has died in Louisiana. According to the coroner, confirmed that Dunham, 88, died Tuesday, and Westlake, according to a fact of death letter from the coroner. Malik Shabazz with Black Lawyers for Justice said in a statement Thursday that Dunham's legacy will be one of dishonesty and injustice. Carolyn Bryant's death brings a conclusion to a painful chapter for the Emmett Till family and for Black people in America. The tragic part of Bryant's death was that she was never held accountable for her role in the death of young Emmett Till, who is a martyr of the civil rights movement. The statements read in August 1955, 14-year-old Emmett Till was beaten and shot to death after he allegedly whistled at Bryant Dunham. Later, her husband, Roy Bryant, and J.W. Millam took Emmett from his bed and ordered him into the back of a pickup truck and beat him before shooting him in the head and tossing his body into the river. They were both acquitted of murder by an all-white jury following a trial in which Carolyn Bryant testified that Emmett grabbed and verbally threatened her. Malem, who died in 1980, and Bryant, who died in 1994, admitted to the killing in a 1956 interview with Look magazine. In 2007, a Mississippi grand jury declined to indict Dunham on any charges. Dunham testified in 1955 that Emmett grabbed her hand and waist and propositioned her, saying he had been with white women before. But years later, when Professor Timothy Tyson raised the trial testimony in a 2008 interview with Dunham, he claimed she told him that part's not true. So we know it was a lie. The interview was concluded in Tyson's book, The Blood of Emmett Till, on August 2022. Lefler County, Mississippi grand jury declined to indict her. So she had at least 3 times they decided not to do it, deciding that it was insufficient evidence to indict her on a charge of kidnapping and manslaughter, according to the state attorney. So that's her story. So she's deceased now. My heart really go out to her family because regardless of what, somebody loved her. Okay, now I want to go on and talk about this too. This happened this week. A statue honoring Mamie Till Mobley. No, not that one. I'm still with
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, statue. I think I got the statue down there. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's there.
Okay. A statue honoring Mamie Till Mobley, the mother of Emmett Till, was unveiled at a public high school near Chicago this Saturday. Till Mobley alma mater, Argo Community High School, unveiled the statue of her on Saturday, as well as Emmett Till Memorial Walkway. CBS Chicago News reported that the statue was built by artist Sandra Henderson, who started to sculpt the 850-pound statue from clay in 2021. Till Mobley emerged as a prominent figure in the civil rights movement after Till's death. Her son's body was so severely disfigured from being beaten that he was nearly unrecognizable. But Till Mobley insisted on having an open casket funeral, where thousands of attendees saw what happened. Saw what happened to her son. And when you go online, there's so many pictures that is just mind-boggling, that she was brave enough to do that. That she was brave enough to allow people to see him. But it started a wave of civil rights movement. Both Till and his mother were honored posthumously with a Congressional Golden Medal last year with Senator Cory Booker, crediting Till Mobley's bravery with igniting the civil rights movement and the passage of the Civil Rights Act of 1957. So even it was kind of good and good news, because everybody that's connected to that, the men that killed him. Of course, the lady just died. He died. His mother died. But that movement started something.
It did.
Yeah,
it did. Somebody had posted that she made history and opened a lot of eyes. But that's something that will go down for years and years and years to come.
Yeah.
And even though y'all governor trying to wash all the history out, and wonder how you're gonna try to tell that story. Well, he went swimming and he drowned. Some junk.
Yeah.
Just craziness. I just don't get why they don't want to tell the truth. I know why they don't want to tell the truth.
I know why they don't want to tell the truth. But it's the truth. You can't listen. The truth's gonna be told.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's Bible. Period.
Yeah. Writing something down as a law, because if all the laws work, we wouldn't have all these murders. People. So it's not the same laws. You're not supposed to kill people, but they do it every day.
Every single day.
Yeah.
All right, fellas, come on and take us to our last one. We got one more.
Moving. We keep it moving.
All righty. This is our last time topic. Carolyn. Wrong person. Wrong one. Enslaved couple Monimia and Jacob McCoy lived in North Carolina in the mid-19th century. In 1851, Monimia, already the mother of 7 children, gave birth to conjoined twins Millie and Christine, while all enslaved parents lived with a constant fear of being separated from their children at the auction block. That threat was more pronounced for the McCoys because Millie and Christine were considered genealogical wonders. The girls had their own limbs, but were joined at the pelvis. Throughout their lives, they were sold, kidnapped, endured horrific and invasive medical exams, and forced to perform in sideshows. Despite her circumstances, Monimia fought endlessly for her children. As toddlers, Millie and Christine were sold, stolen, and sent to Europe to perform in a staggering act of Black motherhood. Monimia traveled there along with the girls' owner and the detective, wrote Doctors Berry and Gross in their book. The 3 bought tickets where the 6-year-old twins were scheduled to perform. When Monimia was reunited with her daughters in the front row, she fainted. Following this reunion in the late 1850s, the court in Birmingham, England, granted full maternal rights to Monimia. Doctors Berry and Gross want to underscore how profound that moment was. For a rare moment in the 19th century history, a Black mother was reunited with her daughters because she was their mother rather than taken away from them through the yoke of slavery, they wrote. Monimia and her daughters returned to the United States, where the twins received an education and continued to perform throughout the world. Records show the twins were eventually able to purchase property where they were born, providing housing for their parents and siblings. Millie and Christine died within hours of each other at the age of 61 in 1912. Why her story should be told? Monimia McCoy fierce efforts to protect her children foreshadows both historic and current examples of Black motherhood. The legacy of Black motherhood is strength, said Dr. Berry, drawing a line from Monimia to the mothers of Emmett Till, Trayvon Martin, and Breonna Taylor, and other Black mothers who have been thrust into the spotlight. I see Monimia in all of these mothers on television who don't want to be there, but are fighting for their child's life or fighting for recognition and honor in their death, adds Dr. Berry. That is a great story.
Yeah.
That is a great story. And, and he's right. You didn't see that happen in that time frame. You didn't see, it come out in the favor of a Black mother, but it did in this time. So great.
Yeah.
Yes, the Black woman did rock, and we do applaud her highly for her accomplishment in the court with her children.
Mother's Day, and that story was so important. Mother's Day will be there, or every day should be Mother's Day, but we celebrate Mother's Day this coming Sunday,
Right.
And so that's leading up to that. But that was amazing during that time, because those children at the time was making lots of money. People were paying them, so that speaks of perseverance.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Right. Well, that was our last Tea Time topic. We thank you all so much for tuning in. And listen, we're here every Wednesday night. So I want y'all to make sure y'all come back, because I love when we have all the different comments and that. We need to have those differences of opinion. But you could have gone anywhere else, but you chose to stop here. So thank you all so much. Before you leave, we're going to ask you to do a few things for us, please. The video that you're watching is on Facebook or YouTube. Please make sure you subscribe and make sure you like. Make sure you hit the share button and share it. It will still be up long after we have logged off. The other thing you can do is sow a seed. We are a nonprofit organization. Sow a seed into Movement Worldwide via Cash App, or you can actually our Cash App is $ Movement Worldwide. Again, $ Movement Worldwide. Or you can Zelle us at info@movementworldwide.org. That's info@movementworldwide.org. Or become a patron by going to our website, movementworldwide.org. Click the red button. Go to patreon.com, set up your account, set your amount. We ask for $12 a month. That's 40 cents a day, $2.80 a week. One drink at a restaurant. So please sow a seed into Movement Worldwide. You can also follow us on our social media platforms everywhere you see that globe above Annette's head. And you can email us all of your thoughts, views, comments, praise reports, prayer requests, topic ideas to info@movementworldwide.org. And before we go, let me give a rundown of what we have going on all week long. We have a whole lot going on, and you don't want to miss it. So you got to be here. It's like what they used to say, be there or be square. So we have a whole lot going on all week long. When Annette comes on Tuesday nights. Oh yes, and happy Mother's Day to all of those. Listen, start planning now. Get y'all mamas and your aunties, your sisters and your grandmamas and everybody. Hook them up. The mamas deserve it. When Annette comes on Tuesday night, is so blessed. She just blesses us, graces us with her presence. She and her husband on Tuesday nights is such a great time, y'all. They come on with it's T&T with the Andersons, but they grace us from her organization. She has an organization entitled SOAR. You can find SOAR at AnnetteLAnderson.com. Please go to AnnetteLAnderson.com and show her some love. But she comes on every Tuesday night with T&T. Where we take flight and soar, that speak, orate, articulate, and reverberate. That speak, orate, articulate, reverberate. Every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. live on this platform, Facebook and YouTube. Then on Wednesday, come right back here and join us with our threefold conversation with Can We Talk every Wednesday night at 7 p.m. live on Facebook and YouTube. Join us for our topic, that transformational topic, those things that just make you go. And for the ripping the Band-Aid off, we call that the power tool. And then for our awesome, my favorite part, Tea Time Topics, we keep it light but keep it real. We go from the news. Listen, we even tell you stuff that you will never hear anywhere in history, but you'll hear it right here with our awesome Tea Time Topics. And yes, that's Wednesday nights at 7 p.m. without fail. And then on Fridays, we gone sometimes, but listen, we coming back. We've been out a little, we've been kind of sporadic, but when we are there, it is the bomb. So if you actually download the app, you will get a notification. And, it's other ways you can get a notification. I'm going to get to that later. But on Friday nights, if you're not on Clubhouse, something special is happening. Join us in the Movers and Shakers room. Download the app in your app store. Look for me. Look for Annette. It's Clubhouse. Look for that app. Find us. Download it. Join our house. And just in case you're having problems, you're a little technologically challenged, you can always, text the word movers to 954-820-5050. What? 954-820-5050. What? 954-820-5050. What? 954-820-5050. Oh, yes. If you text the word movers to 954-820-5050, you will get a link right into the room in progress. And you will also get a notification each and every time we go live and we have special events. And then on Sunday, join us right back here on this platform, live Sunday mornings at 10 a.m. for Power Walk Sunday. where we inspire and motivate you to walk into your God-given destiny with power and conviction, where there is always, say always, Annette.
Always.
Where there is always a word for you. Your last thoughts, Annette?
Well, we hate to see it come to an end, but we got to go, as Nita said.
Okay.
We got to go. So we thank you so much for sharing with us tonight. I'm so glad to be back. We weren't here last week, but I'm just excited about what God is doing. And thank y'all so much for being here and sharing with us. And I'm so glad to see so many faces I haven't seen in a minute.
Yes.
So thank y'all.
It was refreshing. All right, good people. Well, we love y'all. We appreciate y'all, but we gotta go. So with that being said, good people, thank you so much. Join us back for the next time that we're on one of these incredible platforms. We look forward to seeing you. But in the meantime, we show you some love. We give you the hearts, and then we blow kiss. Mwah, 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 mwah. And we'll see you the next time. Bye-bye, everybody. Good night.
Walk into your God-given destiny with power and conviction with Power Walk Sunday. Each and every Sunday at 10 a.m. live on multiple platforms.
Making sure that toxic relationship we came out of don't make us bitter, but make us better. And so you're looking for somebody good out there, but you're not good yourself.
Absolutely.
So the thing about it is working within yourself. When you go into the relationship as your best and they go into the relationship as their best, then you have a great relationship.
Welcome to another amazing episode of the TMC podcast.
As we continue to help you take your relationship from surviving to thriving.
TNT, that's Tuesday Night Talk with Annette L. Anderson, every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. live on multiple platforms. Go where you can soar. That's Speak It, Orated, Articulated, and Reverberated. When we eat well, we live well, and all will be well. Go to elbewell.com, join the journey, and take your life back. If you don't have your copy, get yours today at Amazon.com. That's Living Life One Quote at a Time by Annette L. Anderson. Helping us grow spiritually together. Tired of the fluff and puff of playing church? Ready to be a powerful vessel? Ready to work the word? Join Connie Green every Tuesday at 7 p.m. on Facebook Live. And we're here every Wednesday at 7 p.m. live with Can We Talk? Your co-hosts, Annette L. Anderson and Anita Faye Wilson, with Tea Time Topics, where we discuss trending subjects and current events. You can also discuss these with your Can We Talk coffee mug. Email us at info@movementworldwide.org. They're $15, and that includes shipping. Make a donation via Cash App at $Movement Worldwide, or go to our website, click the Patreon button, and sow a seed of $12 per month. That's 40 cents a day. Whatever the seed, it's greatly appreciated. Be sure to follow us on all platforms. Click the notification button, subscribe, like, and don't forget to share.